What if I told you that beneath the green grass of a small Irish town lies one of the most heartbreaking secrets of the 20th century? A secret that would shake an entire nation to its core and expose decades of institutional cruelty. Today, we're uncovering the tragic story of 796 innocent children whose lives were cut short, whose deaths were hidden, and whose very existence was nearly erased from history. This is the story of the Tuam mother and baby home, and it's a story that demands to be told. The discovery that changed everything. In 2014, a local historian named Catherine Corliss was researching her hometown of Tuam in County Galway, Ireland. What she discovered would horrify the world. While digging through old records, Corliss found death certificates for 796 children who had died between 1925 and 1961 at the local Bon Secours mother and baby home. But here's what made her blood run cold. Only 2 of these children were listed in official burial records. Where were the other 794? The Bon Secours mother and baby home wasn't just any institution. It was a place where society sent its problem, unmarried mothers carrying what were cruelly called illegitimate children. These women, often just teenagers, were hidden away from public view, forced to work without pay, and treated as outcasts. The conditions were deplorable. Overcrowded, understaffed, and underfunded, these homes were breeding grounds for disease and neglect. Children died at alarming rates from preventable illnesses, respiratory infections, gastroenteritis, and malnutrition. The horrifying truth. Years of investigation revealed the unthinkable truth. The children hadn't been given proper burials. Instead, their tiny bodies had been disposed of in the most callous way imaginable. Buried in unmarked graves in what was essentially a mass burial site. Some reports suggest they were buried in a disused septic tank on the grounds. Can you imagine? 796 innocent souls denied even the basic dignity of a proper burial, their final resting place a forgotten corner of institutional grounds. Catherine Corliss didn't stop with her discovery. She spent years fighting for recognition, for justice, for these forgotten children. Her relentless pursuit of truth sparked a national conversation about Ireland's dark institutional past. The Irish government was forced to act. In 2021, a major inquiry revealed that this wasn't an isolated incident. Across 18 different mother and baby homes throughout Ireland, approximately 9,000 children had died. 9,000. Just this year, in 2025, crews finally began the painstaking work of excavating the Tuam site. Their mission? To identify and properly honor the remains of these children. It's a process that will take years, but it represents something powerful: acknowledgement, respect, and finally, dignity for these forgotten souls. The Tuam discovery exposed more than just one tragic site. It revealed a systematic pattern of how Irish society treated its most vulnerable members. Unmarried mothers were stigmatized, hidden away, and punished. Their children were seen as burdens, inconveniences to be managed, rather than lives to be cherished. This wasn't just institutional neglect. This was institutional cruelty, sanctioned by both church and state. The very institutions that were supposed to provide care and protection became places of suffering and death. Survivors of these institutions have come forward with stories that are difficult to hear, but essential to understand. They speak of hunger, cold, emotional abuse, and the constant message that they were worthless. Many spent their entire lives searching for families they never knew, carrying trauma that lasted decades. The story of the 796 children of Tuam isn't just Irish history, it's human history. It's a reminder of what happens when society decides that some lives matter less than others. When shame and stigma are allowed to flourish unchecked, when institutions meant to protect become instruments of harm. These children lived. They had names, even if many of those names are now lost to time. They deserved love, care, and dignity in life, and they certainly deserved it in death. As we close this chapter of their story, let's remember that the work isn't finished. Excavation continues. Families are still searching for answers. Survivors are still healing. And society is still grappling with how to ensure this never happens again. The 796 children of Tuam may have been forgotten by their time, but they will not be forgotten by ours. If this story moved you, please share it. Hit that like button to help spread awareness, and subscribe for more stories that need to be told. And in the comments below, let us know, how do we ensure that the most vulnerable in our society are protected, not harmed? The children of Tuam deserve to be remembered. Let's make sure they are.